The cost of food is going up and you need some help. Let's go. Well, hey everyone, it's Kelly. How are ya? I'm the Frugal Fun Mum here in Adelaide, Australia. And I welcome you to our channel and to today's video where we have a list a mile long, well it's actually 30, tips and tricks to help you save money with your food shopping. I know that the price of food is going up at the moment and it is driving all of us insane, so I thought that I would share with you just a complete brain dump of everything that I can think of. I see in so many Facebook groups recently people saying what's the #1 tip you have to save money, and people will chat and it is so good that people are sharing. But I often sit there and think it's not just one or two things. So I'll write down the bottom after a day's chat. It's everything. You need to take everything and work out if it works for you and your family. Some tips and tricks will work one week and then they won't the next. So it is working out how to sort of combine everything and rolling it through life to work out for you and your family how you're going to get the best bang for your buck. I know that there are 100 articles out there all saying the same information, and a lot of the tips and tricks I have today, they might be covering a lot of the stuff that you already know, but it's always good just to have a refresher, and maybe there's something that I let you know today that you didn't even think about. So let me know in the comments below if there is something that you didn't realize or thought about and that I've reminded you of, or also share what you do that you think really does help with saving money. So let's get into it. The first one is a meal plan, and I have a video about that. Of course, writing down what you're going to eat, but also working out how much your meals cost. They're going to help you cycle through your meals and then work out if some weeks are going to have different meals than others. You can budget around your food costs and work out what's going to work best for you and your family. Consider serving sizes. I know we are all used to eating bigger meals, but even when you look at dieting, they'll say get a smaller plate. It's the same with food serving. Have a smaller sizing. You can always fill up on some cheaper carbs or something like that, but if you're having meat in your meal, maybe have that as a smaller portion and bulk it up with other foods that aren't so expensive. When you're working out your serving sizing, see if you can make a double and have some as leftovers. And then what you want to do with these is freeze them. It's not always economical to have them for lunch the next day at work unless you're looking for something to really fill you up, and then maybe have a smaller dinner meal. And then this way, if you get home and you're super tired, you can just have some leftovers from the freezer and it will save you from ordering takeaway, because you just have to reheat, you don't have to recook a whole meal. Bulking your food up with things as pulses, legumes, chickpeas, etc, etc. Kidney beans are used a lot in minces to help bulk it out, and also lately I'm seeing a lot of people talk about blending up oatmeal and mixing that through just to help bulk out that meat and that mince. Also helps keep you fuller for longer. Cutting out meat altogether is an option as well. I hear a lot of people talk about Meatless Monday to make it fun, or they will alternative a red meat with something like tuna or a cheaper fish, or they'll just go vegetarian altogether. So this will really help. Write a list and then do not leave it at home. Take it with you, and why not even keep it in a book, and then that way you've always got something to go back to. I have a book that I write down as I'm shopping, and I add some prices or other notes, so when I'm in the supermarket I can flip back through my book and have a look at anything I've written. It really helps too when I'm trying to do a minimum spend at Flybuys or something for the offer and I need just a couple of dollars and I'm looking for pantry based things. I'll look back through my notes and see whatever things that I've written down that I will keep to use as those 1 or 2 top ups that I don't always remember, like spices or sugars or things like that. Use a price book. It will help you to be able to track the stores, the items and the prices, and also the sale cycle, so you can get a rough estimate of when things will go on sale. It will also help you to track the unit pricing, so then you're able to compare apples with apples and not trying to juggle and work out what the best brand or price is. When you know your prices, you can work out bulk shopping and whether it will work best for you when it comes to a lot of your dried foods. Make sure you have adequate storage so then you're not having any infestation of flour, etc., etc., and you're not then wasting any food having to throw it out with contamination. Check your fridge, freezer and pantry before you leave the home. You might find that you have a lot of stuff there, so you could delay your food shop for a few days, but you also might find a few ingredients in there that you really need to use up soon. So again, that might mean you only need to go to the shop to get 1 or 2 things to help for that meal or the next. It's going to save you in the long run. Consider shopping more frequently rather than doing one big weekly bulk shop. Look at maybe going to the shop for 2 or 3 things, especially if you are looking in your fridge, freezer and pantry and seeing those 1 or 2 items that you really need to use. You might just want to go to the shop and grab those 1 or 2 things and help complete that meal. It could even stretch for a couple of meals. Use your imagination and get creative. Who says that a main meal has to be meat and 3 veg? I would be more than happy with a toasted sandwich for dinner some nights, so think outside of the square. It's not always about traditional dinner meals. Anything that kind of fits in your tummy and that you enjoy eating, it can be a dinner idea. Shop the specials, grab any catalogs that you can see in store and sign up to any of the emails that the stores might have, and then that way that you get the special sent to you, and then you can start strategically planning out who has the best specials and where you're going to be spending your money. Then you need to shop around. You don't have to stick to the one store. You might want to if you're trying to do a Flybuys minimum spend, but even then, say it's a $50 offer, you might still need more stuff. So feel free to move around to other stores because it doesn't always pay to be loyal. However, if a store has a loyalty program, I definitely sign up for that, but make sure that you're aware of the marketing that goes around it. And again, don't defer from your shopping list, because if you don't achieve that minimum spend, when they send you offers down the track, hopefully they'll be a little bit lower. If you constantly achieve that minimum spend when they are giving you offers, then your next lot of offers are going to be higher. So be aware of that. It helps to shop around. Consider doing a food challenge every now and again, taking a set amount of money and seeing how many ingredients and meals you can make for the week. Yes, meals tend to repeat and they can get a little bit boring, but if you're really looking at saving some money, it's going to really help you. It will help you think outside the square as well and just try and get a little bit creative with what you do have. I have a lot of food challenges on this channel that you can check out, and I also have one coming up on Wednesday that you're not going to want to miss. Home brand products are going to be your best bet for everyday low prices within reason. Flour is flour, sugar is sugar. Once it's all together, you're not really gonna know. But when you get to the shelf, make sure that you look up and down and back to front and have a look at what other prices and brands are around. Some brands, when they're on special, are a better price than the home brand, but just have a look at the unit prices and then you can work out which deal is best for you. Make everything from scratch. It's going to be cheaper in the long run. Have a look at the pre-packaged meals and the price and the weight. You usually don't get a lot. So making it yourself, it will be cheaper, and not only that, you'll probably get twice the amount of food. Markdown shopping, especially for me, is going to be your best bet to get best money and products, and then that way you can also work out your meal planning and around that. I often will work out my meal planning around the meat that I've got for the markdown that week. So don't be afraid to walk away if it's not a price. If you're going to buy it anyway and it's marked down, you're going to save a little bit of money, absolutely grab it. But sometimes if you know your prices, you can also work out whether it's a good deal or not, and then you can come home and stick it in the freezer and save it for another time. When you do your markdown shopping, make sure that you're going to use that product, or if it's freezable, that you can do that straight away. There's no point buying things just because it has a markdown sticker on it, because you'll tend to get caught up with the paralysis by analysis and wondering how you can use all these things. I see it all the time in Facebook groups. Hey, I got this thing marked down. What do I do with it? If it's not something that you would normally use, maybe just leave it on the shelf for somebody else. While it looks like a really great bargain, there's money that you're technically just going to throw away because you're not going to use it. I have a video with tips and tricks about the best ways to do markdown shopping, but ultimately go into store and ask someone when they do their markdowns. It will vary from store to store and suburb to suburb. Ask and then try and work out a little bit of a system for yourself and see how it goes. Don't go shopping hungry. You will be the proud owner of aisle 7. Make sure that you have something to eat before you go, and then that way you can stick to your list and on task. Also, do not take children shopping with you. You're going to be able to get in and out a lot quicker and also cheaper because you're not going to find random things inside of your trolley. So saving you time, money, and your sanity. Try and go alone. Use gift cards where you can to get your shopping. A lot of places online will have opportunities for you to get discount on those gift cards. You can join Shopback. I'll leave my link in the description box below. You can get anywhere from 2 to 5% off a variety of gift cards. Saving is a saving, so why not do it? You'll also get a bonus when you join up. Last year, Coles had a gift card offer with the MasterCard that offered 10% off, and a lot of people would go in, purchase the gift card, and then go straight back in and do their food shopping. So an instant saving. So you can either pre-save a little bit of money and hopefully buy a couple of gift cards to help you, or go in when it is your week for shopping and be able to purchase right then and there. Googling for ways to save money is a good idea as well. You will get a list of a whole lot of tips and tricks, which is what this video is about, and you might even come across something that you haven't thought about before. You can subscribe to some people's newsletters that do frugality. You can also join some Facebook groups or even some specific like what's for dinner groups. A lot of them have a lot of frugal but fun meal ideas, so you can get some inspiration from there. Groceries is another organisation here in Australia where people often donate produce that they have grown for free to share with the wider community, and there are also other people that have fruit trees and stuff where you can go and take produce from them, so check it out online. And lastly, don't be afraid to reach out for help. You can contact your local food bank. Don't be ashamed. There are a lot of people struggling right now and you need to do what you need to do. You can also look at askizzy.com and it will give you a link of resources that are in your local area to help you. Well, thank you so much for joining with me today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this list. It was fun putting it together for you. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you do to save money, because I'm sure that you would have a few different ideas than what I do. These are just a whole lot of stuff that I've thought of and that I've seen around in a lot of Facebook groups. So I thought that I would just, put it all together for you guys and a little bit of fun, and just hopefully it inspires you to get a little bit creative, think outside the square, and just enjoy saving some money, because I think that's what we all are here for. I'd love for you to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We would love to have you here as part of our Frugal Fun family. But as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!